I'm here in the North Pole, just getting all of Santa's reindeers ready. Hang on a minute, they're stampeding away. Where are they running off to? Let's start the show! Feeling in a Christmassy mood, are you? Yes. Hope you're all celebrating, and hey, even if you are working over Christmas, have a few drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Children watching. It's nearly Christmas, nearly Christmas. I wonder if Santa and Rudolph will be coming to my house. I know just where to hang my stocking. A packed show for you tonight, full of surprises. Doctor Who himself, Matt Smith, is here. The very gorgeous Gillian Anderson is here. Essex finest comedian Russell Kane is here. From Dragon's Den, the extraordinary Hilary Devey is here. I love her. Plus, an extra Christmas treat for you. Winners of Strictly and I'm a Celebrity, McFly's, Dougie Pointer and Harry Judd will be dropping by. I know. Really, the only reality show that McFly didn't win this year was The X Factor, which was won by Little Mix. There they are with Tulisa, with the #1 single under their belt, already more successful than she is. Amazing time of the year for Little Mix. Obviously, a bit of a nightmare for Superdrug, who are now 4 cashiers short for Christmas. So pleased to welcome back Gillian Anderson to the show. Now, she's going to be on our screens over Christmas in a big new adaptation of Great Expectations. Gillian plays Miss Havisham. There she is, a sort of rich, elderly spinster, desperately clutching flowers from an admirer. I think it's based on this person. Susan loved those flowers. She thought they were delicious. Really looking forward to seeing Matt Smith. And of course, Matt is about to appear in the Christmas special of Doctor Who. Yeah. Over the years, of course, the Doctor has fought many enemies. Here he is with one of them. Now, you see, it's nice to see him with a sideman because they don't normally get on. They are getting friendly. I do think Matt made a mistake when he invited him back for a few Christmas drinks, though. Just hope he used WD-40. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be having music from the soon-to-be Christmas #1, fingers crossed, Military Wives Choir. And we'll also be chatting to Hilary Devey and those winning in Flyboys, Harry and Dougie. But first, I'm Russell, I'm a brilliant comedian. It's Russell Kane! Woo! Merry Christmas! Take yourself down, sir. Great expectations for this guest, the fabulous Gillian Anderson! Wow! Yowza! You look amazing! Merry Christmas! Nice to see you! Take yourself down. And Norton here's a Who, it's Matt Smith! Hello! Merry Christmas! Welcome all. Now, is everyone ready for Christmas?
Yes,
Yeah.
excited.
Hello.
Where's the eggnog, Graham? What is eggnog?
You'll know.
Nutmeg, milk, egg, and...
Nog.
And nog.
Yeah. So growing up, Matt, as you were a kid, because it is all like, what was the best toy you ever got growing up?
Oh, crikey. I got a Mega Drive, which I love. I used to love just wearing pyjamas all day. I'd sort of get pyjamas in the morning and then put them on, and pyjamas are quite soft, aren't they? So I'd enjoy them for a few hours and...
You were born to play Doctor Who.
Oh, right.
I put on my pyjamas and wear them all day.
Yeah, yeah.
And Gillian, because you've got little kids.
I do,
So Christmas is a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
And are you doing a big traditional Christmas?
Well, I always do generally a traditional Christmas. I usually am the host in the family of all of us. It generally comes to me and I do the... But I'm not really... I don't make mince pies and I don't, you know, I don't know what I do. People come...
Why do they keep coming back?
I often ask myself the very same question.
Do you have happy memories of growing up, Christmassy memories? Look at you in your Christmas jumper.
I was obviously a happy, resilient child, rocking back and forth, telling the lies.
Exactly like you do then, now, as you do now?
Well, I was always sort of the slim brunette child, and my dad's sort of massive, hulking, curly-haired, blonde, miserable, working-class, you know, ex-steroid using. He's got a triple ripple, not one, not two, but 3 ripples of meat between him. And for him, Christmas, as for all working-class dads, is about remembering how horrible it was for him. All he wanted to talk about was how miserable he was when he was my age and how he had nothing. And it seems to be the curse of the working-class father is to work really hard to provide stuff and then spend the whole of a Christmas removing the happiness from the thing they provided. And, like, my happiest moment, like, being honest, I don't know about you guys, was not the opening the presents or even seeing them, but it's when you... I call it the spoilt bastard audit. When you get everything upstairs and you're just looking at the hall on your own, you lock the bedroom door and it's all laid out and you're like, oh, this is mine. One year, this is a God's knowledge, I actually, with my junior calculator and an Argos, tried to add up the approximate value of my hall.
But now, as a family, one of the real traditional things is we all sit down and we watch the Doctor Who Christmas Day special, which has kind of reinvented Christmas telly for us. It's a lovely thing.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
you're back again this year.
We are.
And do the Smith family sit down and watch it?
They do.
No, seriously.
No, yeah, absolutely. My mum and my dad and my granddad comes down and my kind of sister gets a bit bored and looks on her computer a lot and she kind of likes Doctor Who, but she sort of
pretends not to.
Yeah, she sort of ignores it a bit.
But it's a bit embarrassing because, you know, Christmas is all about family and then suddenly it's like, and now it's about me.
Yeah, it is. Although my mum's quite sort of gushy. She's quite proud in that way.
But your family like it, they enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, they love it. Yeah,
Apart from the sister gets... Is that the same sister who used to style you?
Well, I mean, that's a very bold word, style me, but she had an influence over my early entrance into fashion.
What would she put you in?
Oh, don't ask. I mean, like pink lycra... Not lycra, that's the wrong word. Pink sort of plasticky trousers and...
Plasticky trousers?
Yeah, like, a bit over hell. Tops and beads up to here. And we used to pretend to get into a local nightclub, which was called Chicago's, and had lots of, like, no disrespect to them, like, old, haggard women who were past it. But we were from the boy band Blue. Because they were just coming out, and she was a dancer. She said, there's this boy band Blue. And so we used to dress up as though we were from a boy band, and she would orchestrate that.
You would be a member of the boy band?
Yeah. And, that was that, you know.
But the special this Christmas...
Yeah.
I have to say, it sounds lovely. It sounds like such a sweet story. Give us a taste of what the story is.
Well, it's called The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, and you can sort of guess the connotation. And we're in war, and Madjarwell has lost her husband. This is the main character. And then the Doctor finds... I'm explaining this terribly, yeah.
It's the Second World War.
It's the Second World War, sorry. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
The Second World War.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who finds a big old house and thinks he'll make their Christmas better. And he gives them this wonderful present, which they then crawl through, enter a brave new world, as it were, and many dangers that lay beyond.
And good monsters, as usual.
Great monsters, as usual, and good gags from Stephen, and well, yes, there may be a tear in... My mum cried at the screening.
I think, I'm reading about it, I welled up a little.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
but clumsy is the wrong word. You just kind of...
Oh, no, yes,
Is the right word?
Yes, it's a sort of inherent disease in me, actually, clumsiness. It's bad.
But
it's
if you
an
break
affliction.
things and...
I break everything.
How is that? How do you...
I just don't know. It was... I mean, I used to play football, and people would say, how can you play football the way you do when... You know, I mean, at my best friend's house, I had a plastic beaker, He's called Alex Bond, and I had a plastic beaker until the age of, like, 14, and everyone else was using glasses at, like, 9.
Special beaker. Special beaker.
Yeah.
Special beaker.
I know, it scarred me. I feel I was always... I'd get this orange beaker, and you can't even fit that much fluid in a child's beaker.
Did it have a lid?
No.
Oh, right.
I'm clumsy
but
too.
only that...
Are you?
But
Very clumsy.
you're clumsy on stage. Was it on stage?
Yes.
Where? Here?
No, I was at the premiere of How to Lose Friends and Alienate People and was 8.5 months pregnant at Leicester Square, Odeon.
This isn't walking up the red carpet, is it?
Walking down the red carpet when the director, Bob Whitey, called my name and was introducing the actors onto the stage. I plonked down to the stage and as I was walking, he was making jokes about me. Oh, just making funnies, being a funny man.
Yeah.
And when I got to the stage, for some godforsaken reason, I decided to pull a fake punch on him, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I, you know, did that, and he went along with it, and he reared back, and not very, and it looked like I'd hit him, and I stepped back, and lo and behold, there was a row of lights behind us. And I went head over heels.
Whilst pregnant, though.
8.5 months pregnant, feet up in the air, Leicester Square Odeon,
And lit
full of people.
Lit from beneath.
Pretty sure I was wearing knickers. And the entire audience gasped. I don't think
It must have been an amazing noise.
recovered.
Everyone going...
They did. I don't think they recovered for the rest of the
Were you all right?
evening. Well, yes, I was. But the next day I thought that I'd play another prank on the director and sent out a mass text announcing the birth of my child, as if that event had caused the birth of the baby. What I didn't realise is that when Bob got the text, he was in the middle of doing radio interviews all day and announced the birth of my child. So the whole thing just completely backfired from beginning to end. He actually had to call the radio stations and say that was a lie. Still pregnant.
Dear. And now listen, at Christmas, it's a very romantic time. No one wants to be a singleton at Christmas. Now, I have never used mistletoe on the show before, but we thought we would this year, because we've never done it before, and God knows we've been on for quite a long time. So, what I thought we'd do, see the thing there, the boom, Mr. Boomer, if I put it on that, then I can reach parts of the studio audience I wouldn't normally be able to reach. Okay. So, if I put it on there. So, if I go to... Now, I'll try and find a couple. Who do I think's a couple? OK, let's try you two here. Now, body language is telling me they're not a couple.
That's me mum.
We're married.
Oh, that's lovely! Little Christmas kiss. Go on, little Christmas kiss. Little Christmas kiss. That guy, you must be a couple. Are you two a couple? No.
They should be.
You're not going out with that lady there?
No.
You'd like to, though, wouldn't you? Do you know each other?
No.
You really don't? You look so good together. Are you with somebody else? It's awkward. So is your partner over here? Are you together? Are you together? Is this a Christmas works do? Oh, right. So, is this a date? Is this a terrible, cheap date? What? This is a date?
You could say it's a date, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely! Well, why don't we take the mystery out of the end of the evening? Well done, all the mistletoe people. Very good. Now, moving on, because Doctor Who, it's huge in America now.
It's growing, yes, quite excitingly. Yeah, you know, there was this thing with the iTunes, which has been really positive, that it's the most downloaded show in America. It'd be like Glee and Mad Men and...
Really?
It was number
Doctor
one.
Who? Really?
Yeah, yeah.
But there is...
I know, you're like, whoa!
It's like,
No, I
really?
didn't.
That show?
No, I mean, yeah,
Because
but
growing up here, I grew up here and then moved to the States, and then nobody's heard of Doctor Who. I mean, I used to watch
Yeah.
Doctor Who when I was
Yeah.
growing up here with Magic Roundabout and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and the
You
Daleks.
sound
and...
so English.
I know.
Are you English?
No,
Are you American?
I'm American.
Wow.
But you spent an awful lot of time here.
Yeah, I grew up here until I was 11.
And then you came back.
And then I came back. Well, we used to come back every summer because my parents had a flat in Haringey. And,
You came back for that. Wow. Were you telling your friends in the States,
Yeah.
we're going back to our place in Haringey? This summer in Haringey.
That's exactly right.
But in terms of science fiction in America, the science fiction fans are so kind of passionate, and they have these
Yes.
big conventions. Comic-Con, you've been to Comic-Con.
I have, yes, yes.
And is there a money-making thing, or is it just for the fans?
Well, they launch and promote show. I mean, you must have been countless times.
I've been once.
Yeah,
Have you only been once?
It's wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, so I went to Comic-Con a couple of years ago with my co-star David Duchovny and Chris Carter, who's the exec producer, and we were sitting at the table when they, you know...
Yeah.
And people walk up, as you may know, to the microphone and
Ask
questions. So this person, we think, walked up to the microphone in a green outfit and a hat kind of made of felt and slightly elf-like, and started talking about the fact that he couldn't believe that he got to wear the outfit and talk to us at the same time.
Oh, that's sort of adorable, though.
I think it was from a game, come on, who knows?
A gamers.
A gamers thing. Is there an
Role
elf in the
player.
game?
I was gonna
in the
say,
game
when was
as
there an
well?
elf in the X-Files?
Is there an elf?
No, but for
there's-
Dungeons
it's
and
from
Dragons and stuff.
One
Oh,
of the
right.
fact that he was able to play his favourite gaming character at the
ask a
same
question.
time talk to us.
It was like, yes, he must have come home.
Orgasm.
Yeah.
Crying. Crying orgasm.
Geekgasm, they call it, don't
A
they?
geekgasm. Is that what they call
A
it?
geekgasm, yeah.
that right?
Like, oh, a moment so geeky, you're just like, I can't believe it's happening.
But didn't you and Karen Gillan bump into yourselves?
Yes, yes. We were just walking down the street, and I mean, there were carbon copies in the whole thing, and it was.
Did they genuinely look like you?
No, they looked really ugly, but... I was doing myself a lot of favours, isn't it? Not to suggest that I am. Anyway, no, but, you know, they're sort of dressed up to the nines.
And I'm told you took pictures
Yes,
with your phone. What
yes,
have you got?
yes.
What have you got?
Well, we met a group of... Would you believe this, right? This is... Shall I hold it up to the camera? We met every single Doctor.
Oh, hang on, there we go.
There's Tennant on the left there,
Oh,
Eccleston.
yes.
Me behind
Where's
me.
the guy with curly hair from like the 70s?
He's around, he's around. Is he over there? Oh, we have over there. Also, who is that?
And they just come there to celebrate Doctor Who?
Yes, yes, and we met them. We were like, oh God, can we have a photo? And that's the sort of vein of it. I love it. I think it's really cool.
Have you been to many?
Just the one.
But he's going again.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, not like you. You're in there crying elf home. Not doing that again. And Karen Gillan, of course, the last news that she's leaving.
Yes, she is.
How did you find out?
I've known a while, actually, because we've known
Oh, OK.
a couple of months, and yeah, sort of by mutual consent. I think really those stories just come to a point where, you know, it reaches its conclusion, and the very essence of the show is that it sort of constantly reinvents itself, so...
And because you started at the same time, it must make you slightly think, ooh, she's going. Why am I still here?
No, I mean, I'm very happy to stay. I love it. I love making the show, but it's... I miss Karen because, she's a good mate, you know, she's one of my best mates. And
No, she's a really nice girl.
she's a cracker,
she's
isn't
been on
she?
here and-
Yeah, mad as a box of cats, but she's she's a firecracker. She really is.
And you are a genuine geek, really, aren't you?
Yeah, so
Growing up, you loved all this stuff, didn't you?
yeah, my large part of my adolescence
you
was
mean?
taken up by just hanging around with teenage boys in my bedroom playing Dungeons and Dragons, much to my dad's horror. I think that was my dad's one fear, which trumped his racism, was his homophobia. Every one of them. There's loads of boys running up to my bedroom to play Dungeons and Dragons, and my dad downstairs going, "I know they're up there bumming, I know it." But for me...
Did you sometimes?
No, because I did... No,
You can't do both at the same time.
I didn't have...
though.
Yeah. Do you the
girlfriend-
dungeon or the dragon? It's Christmas, I gave myself a present. Now listen, other big Christmas telly treat is you, young lady. Great Expectations.
Oh, yes.
Now, obviously, it's lovely to get the call. We'd like you to be in a big BBC Great Expectations. But then you must have had a bit of a really when they said, and you're playing Miss Havisham. Because she's normally like,
From my understanding, she's meant to be around 50, and I'm actually not that far off 50.
yeah, you don't look at Dickensian 50, though. Have you seen the whole thing yet?
I haven't. I've only seen the first episode.
Ooh, right. So well, you can't watch it over Christmas. You're away.
I've got tapes.
Oh, you do? Oh, excellent. And will your kids be able to enjoy it? Did they could
No.
No, OK.
They will be watching it.
Are your kids do they get what
They
Mummy
have
does?
no idea. They have no idea.
Have they ever seen you?
No, well, we went to see Cars 2 once. They're 5 and 3. And when we were standing in line for popcorn, it was at the same time that Johnny English Reborn was in the theatres. And so I was handed a box of popcorn that had me as the character on the front of it. And my little boy said, the 5-year-old said, "Mum, it's you." And I said, "Shh." And he grabbed it and he started turning it around. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Where's Daddy?"
So sweet. Like it's family popcorn.
Yeah, and that's the extent of it. Oh. Yeah, it's really sweet.
Because as a young child, you played football, but like to a really high level. You could have been a professional.
I was pretty decent. Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So, did you really?
No way. Who for?
I'm joking.
Thank God. That's the only one.
Do you like football?
I do like football.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch it?
I do. I watch it when it's the thing that happens every 4 years.
Well, even I! Not the Olympics, the other one.
Yes.
Well, listen, I like a kick around, and so I've got a ball, and can you impress us with football skills? I know you've got a sore back.
I've got a back injury, yeah.
Now, is the back injury why?
It's true, that's what I have to say.
No, that's why you need to stop being a footballer.
What do you want me to do?
You do keepy uppies.
Yeah, I can do some keep you up.
Yeah, my face.
How many can we do? 20? Oh, no, right. Right, 1. Oh.
Look away. This is a terrible...
It's not... see how these are bent? This is going well, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Oh, no! It's been a while, but... Can you play football?
No, not at all. That's why I was asking you to play football.
Throw it in the air. I'll try and catch it on my neck.
Oh,
so if you throw it, it should land about. If it goes...
Oh, no,
Technical.
do you see who you're asking to throw a ball? Okay.
Ready? 1, 2,
Okay.
3. If we get this...
overarm.
Something... Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Go on,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh! Well done, Matt Smith.
Awesome.
Oh, frankly, I'm more impressed that I
terrifying.
threw it than you caught it. That was the more impressive bit of that trick.
Well done.
Now, Russell Kane, you've had an amazing year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
have
no,
an actual skill, but I've had a good year.
Yeah, you've been out on the road with your tour manscaping.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
And you do really kind of pick apart your personal life in the show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of based on how you became single again and how that changed your life.
Yeah, I'd never really spoken about myself on stage. It's always other people, my nan or my mum, and I'd had a bit of a tricky year. Started the year with a woman, I know, WTF, right? Hello. Random. Started the year with the woman, a beautiful woman you think's the one, goes a bit pear-shaped, and you find yourself in a place you're not expecting to be in. I'll leave it at that. Oh. And for the first time, I wasn't really sure what to do. And what I realised, the show is actually about constantly thinking you're grown up when you're not. So I think you get to 18 and you're like, God, do you remember what a kid I was when I was 16? 18 is growing up. Then you get to 25 and you're like, I knew nothing. Why don't people tell you 25 is when you're an adult? Then you get to 30, and I think it just carries on and on and on. I reckon your last thought when you're in a nursing home when you're 80 is, now I get it. And then so the show is called Manscaping because it could have been called Womanscaping or Personscaping. It's about how we're always becoming. And I just didn't deal very well with being single. There was no real male support group. I had what I call, when I'm doing stand-up about, I call a kitchen floor reset, which is where you think you're grown up and you've left home and your mum's never going to see you cry again, but you end up back on your mum's kitchen floor, sobbing on the floor like that, going, I've lost everything. Every single person watching this at home has slid down a fridge at one point. Back to square one. The only difference between people is how many square ones we've got to go back to. That's what I And there was not really the male... A lot of it's about there's not really a male support network when you're a single guy. I think it's a massive stereotype, but my experience is girls are better at rallying round if another girl loses it and she's having a kitchen floor reset and she's covered in snot and she turns up at the door, he's left me. It's more the kind of, doesn't matter, we're going to go out, we're going to have a drink, we're going to have a dance. If there's men there, great, it's not about that tonight, we're going to go out together. And get dressed as an elf, go back to Julian's. Oh, no, and whereas, and I'm not making this up, the total advice offered by my friend Scott from Harlow, right, I turned up, went to kitchen floor reset in Scott's house, so, you know, some guys in the room and at home have done this, you just do it. Straight blokes don't know how to handle it, it's like a panda's been dumped at a zoo without training. And he looked at me like that, and he's got a crying mate go, help me, using the language of someone, you know, seriously in trouble, I can't go on. And Scott sort of stood there for a minute. This was the total advice, and I'm cleaning it up a bit, and the guys went, no, I'm not exaggerating. Scott went into the kitchen, made a cup of tea, came back, slammed the mug down and said this, do you know what you need to do? Bang something, and walked off. Nothing else was offered. Nothing.
But you have now met a lady.
I've met, and like, I told myself I was going to be single. Like I've got this thing called, again, I was talking about it on stage, serial monogamy. What sometimes you need is just to be single for a couple of years to find out who you are. That's what the emotionally strong people in the room do, and they make me want to vomit because I can't. You know, I had a couple of years of my own, got some hobbies, and then I recovered, and I was ready to love again. Whereas the weak amongst us just latch on to the first person that shows us. Let's move in, even though we're not suited. I'm one of those. And so I was like, not this time. You know, I'm a comedian, my name's Russell, I'm going to show the world what's what. And I lasted 2 months, and I met this girl in the weirdest way.
It is a weird story.
I did this thing. No girls looked at me at school. I didn't even kiss a girl. So when I got asked to do a sort of ironic torso of the week in here, I was like, yeah, too right. I know I might be built like Harry Potter from the Chamber of Secrets under here, but get your top off, why not? I've never done it before. And then when Cosmo saw that, Cosmo was like, how do you feel about going the next step and getting fully nude? In our centrefold, I was like, bungee jump for the ego, why not? They said, but you have to do a comedy obscure of your bits, obviously. So I went to they said, you can choose. Think of a few ideas. So I thought, I'll get a bit of pervy value out of it. I want to be, you know, like the Marc Jacobs ad, I want to be sat back in foil with a hot model draped across my lap, and I'll be feeding her grapes from my fist.
What do you mean by foil?
Like tin foil all behind me, laying in tin foil, like an undersized turkey. And have a girl, and then be feeding her grapes from my fist and doing a proper Zoolander like that. Down the lens. And then sort of Charlotte and I, we really hit it off. And
Charlotte was the girl draped and you were feeding your fist?
So this is you meeting your new girlfriend?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think once you... it takes that tension out of the first date, doesn't it?
It really does. And very quickly, you've got a stocking filler this year, well, or a main gift, depending on your budget. I mean, a really special, lovely, wow, this is all I ever wanted. Russell Kane, Smokescreens and Castles, the DVD.
Yeah, that's from the show. Now, that's how tough my year has been. That was me in March. That's what I'm talking about. If when you hit the rocks emotionally, that's how I've ended up looking like the mangled triplet of Jedward. Because from that point to here, my life's completely changed. And that's the DVD from the show that finished in August. It's
well,
amazing.
you do look incredible. Look how happy.
It's amazing how much, if things happen in your life, you can change in a year. So I've got more the woman approach. Change your hair, change your look, get over and move on.
Yeah. That is quite shocking.
I know. I'm a mess and I help you, Julia.
I believe we need to thank you and release you back into the wild.
Yeah.
Because you must go make your Christmas plans. But thank you very much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
And we look forward to seeing Great Expectations. It starts on Tuesday the 27th and runs for 3 nights. Yes, excellent. I'll be watching. Thank you so much and Merry Christmas. Gillian Anderson, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
You too. Thank you so much.
Gillian Anderson. Right, very exciting because every year reality television creates new heroes and stars. Ladies and gentlemen, they're here. The King of the Jungle and the Lord of the Dance. Please welcome Dougie and Harry McFly!
I see what you mean, absolutely.
Otherwise, it'll all be very confusing. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Very good. And especially you, fresh.
Of course,
Fresh.
especially me.
Well, no, because you won that thing ages ago. So, listen, what the hell did happen at the final? So you win.
Yes.
You win, and then Dougie and the others, they all came on stage.
They stormed the stage, yeah.
Now, we've got the little clip of Bruce. So you were crowned. Here you are, you've been crowned. There you go. Now, in come the boys. Lovely. And now, watch Bruce in the bottom of the screen. He's not liking it. Look at him, look at him. Did he know who you were?
I honestly don't think he knew. I swear, he was like whacking them with his card. And then my dad just strolled on casually. And thankfully I went, oh, Dad, so Bruce heard. And he went, oh, that's your dad, I won't whack him. I mean, we were all very excited and it was a good moment, nice to share it with the guys.
And it is...
Although it's all mine. Okay.
Yeah. No, but it was nice they were all there to support and everything.
Oh, of course. Well, we're best mates, so
yeah. Now, we see stories, and I'm not sure which... Are you engaged or not?
No, I think even my girlfriend said to me, are we engaged this morning? She was like, oh, really? Did I miss something? But, no, I was asked about it, and I said, well, you know, we talk about our future, and I want to keep it spontaneous and romantic, which it obviously won't be now. And the next day it said we were engaged, so... Congratulations, me, apparently.
Yeah. And you were the same, because in the jungle you kept talking about your girlfriend and you want to spend your life together. And
you have a girlfriend.
She's not existent.
No, I'm not engaged either.
OK, now, if I was your girlfriend's, or indeed your girlfriend's family's, I'd be annoyed now. Like, hurry up!
Well, actually, my girlfriend's mum rung her today as well and said, are you engaged? But...
it is on the front of OK Magazine.
I know, it's strange. But it says, in the middle, it says they're spending their first Christmas together and that's their engagement, you know, as if, like, you're engaged on the phone or a prior engagement. So it was kind of a bit sneaky, really. But...
That's ridiculous. So the mother is annoyed?
Not too annoyed. No. But it was a bit odd, really.
Yeah. And how are your non-in-laws for your non-fiancé?
I haven't met my...
You haven't even met them?
No.
Oh, well, you're really not engaged. It may never happen at this stage. Because Alicia was on the show, and she was talking about the chemistry between the dancers. And it does get... I mean, for it to work, there has to be a kind of chemistry. So how hard was it for your girlfriend to watch those dances?
Well, she really enjoyed it because she loves dancing and... No, she... Well, no, I mean, look, it probably was quite hard for her at times, but she, you know, obviously wanted me to do well, and that chemistry is vital in dancing and encouraged it, if anything. So she was very supportive.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. She watched that and she thought, that's lovely. He's doing so well. So relaxed. That's lovely. You should, honestly, if she was relaxed about that, you should marry her.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, McFly back on the road next year.
Yeah, in March.
And
I believe.
April.
Yeah, March and April.
So is it going to be weird now? Because has the dynamic of the group changed because of what you two guys have done?
Yeah, we're kind of loving it a little bit. It's odd because Danny and Tom have always been the front men, and it is going to be strange. But you know, McFly is always our commitment, isn't it? And
Are the drums going to be out front now?
I
Tom at the back, just going, it's all about you. Weird. But good for them. They need to learn.
They do.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know you could dance? Because
I did the Children in Need special, which I had 4 days training for, and it was the Paso Doble, and I wasn't allowed to do that in the show, and that's quite different to other ones. So that's the only experience I'd had, so I had absolutely no idea whether I'd be any good.
because I can't imagine doing either of them. Because this one takes so long. That one's quicker, but you have to do worse things.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
You loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, I apart from the eating the penis, everything else I was
Oh, so
kind
you
of
liked
cool with.
eating anus, then?
Yeah, actually, anus was all right. Eating anus was fine.
What was it? Ostrich anus?
It was like an ostrich anus, yeah. That wasn't that bad. It was just like the rubbish bit of a turkey. But the penis was the worst. Penis was
Rubbish
not
bit
cool.
of a turkey.
What about the spiders? Because I'm petrified of spiders, and I don't think I could cope, because, you know, you see them and they're like...
Yeah, no, the spiders are right, apart from the ones that you get in camp that are like the world's most deadliest ones. They suck. They're not cool.
Yeah. And they're just saying, that's fine, don't worry, if something happens, we'll give you a...
Yeah, you've got 20
thing.
minutes to live.
Well, see, television, that's not show business, is it? You've got 20 minutes to live.
It is when you're a comedian.
Listen, it's traditional. It's traditional on the show. We always do it. There's a site, Awkward Family Photos. I'm sure you're all familiar with Awkward Family Photos. And this year, where they've kind of changed it up a bit, and it's Awkward Family Photos featuring pets, OK? Some of these are so wrong. The first one's just the classic of the genre. Just that one there. That is just an awkward family photo. What is going on in that dog's head? Like, she's going to stray one of us.
Oh my God! Look at him.
What's that relationship? Now the next one is a nice seasonal one. It's lovely. Nothing says Christmas like Mary and Joseph and the baby dog. See, the look in that eye. It's just like, I hope they're not doing this again at Easter. What's the next one? The next one. Next one. Oh, this. How does this man have a dog? I'm confident he's an American. I love this end of the dog. I love the other end of the dog. I love all my dogs. Which is next?
That's wrong.
This one's brilliant. So you look at it, and you see that family with the dog, and you kind of think, well, what's awkward about that family photo? And then you scroll up. The dog is so embarrassed. He was like, no, I'm not coming down. Not coming down. Oh, this one is so wrong on so many levels. And you know, one of them is their favourite. Well done, all the... Very good. It's time to meet another star of 2011, a woman who the nation absolutely fell in love with this year as she dispensed her hard-earned wisdom and cash on Dragon's Den. Everyone's favourite dragon, it's Hilary Duvet! Hello. That's a Harry.
How do you do?
Hi,
Dougie.
Dougie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Matt.
Hello, my love.
Hello, my darling.
Nice to meet you.
And Russell. Russell down the
Hello,
area.
Russell.
How you doing?
Lovely.
Royal company.
Oh.
The jungle and king of Strictly.
Now, you're rich. Like, really, really rich. Well, you are, aren't you? You're even richer than I thought you were. Shh. You're on Dragon's Den. The secret's out. And week one, people were like, we love her.
Thank you.
Because it was instant. I would say you're probably the most popular dragon now. And I do wonder...
Please don't say that. They'll never speak to me again.
Do you like the other dragons? But the other dragons must know that everyone loves you.
But I love them, so...
Really? Yeah. But in a kind of patronising way. Because you're the star of that show. You own it now. Soon it'll be Hilary Devey's Dragon Den, featuring...
Oh, my God. The first day on Dragon's Den, you know, leading up to it, I thought, piss cake, no problem. On the day to the studios, I was physically sick. I thought, my God, what
You were
am I...
nervous?
What, yeah,
Of course.
dreadfully.
Or food poisoning, we're not sure.
Was it food poisoning? And I just thought, what on earth am I doing? What have I done? And I got to the studios and it was like being... And I went to a lot of schools. I had a very nomadic childhood. You're all supposed to say, oh. And it was literally like the first day at school.
But now what's weird is that when you kind of went into your own version of Dragon's Den and you were looking for investment for your palette business, you sort of failed. They were out. They didn't give you investment, did they?
Absolutely not. But to be honest, I'd hate to be standing in front of the dragons trying to explain my concept to them, because I think I'd lose it myself. So I do empathise with the entrepreneurs that come up those stairs.
And I'm not going to go into too much of an autobiographical interview because your Hilary Devey story is on BBC Two on the 29th of December.
It is indeed.
Yeah, and honestly, I won't go into it. It is an amazing story. It is worth hearing.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, but I just read, you know, they told me...
I was going to say I've not. Well, you have.
Well, no, but you lived it. It's your story. You put the hours in. I mean, I don't think they've changed it. And I wonder, because lots of people have a work ethic like you do, lots of people are driven, they're ambitious, lots of people have an idea. What do you think is the difference between you making it and all those people who have the work ethic, the drive and ambition and everything?
I think it's self-sacrifice. Are you prepared to sacrifice your life and put your life on hold? I mean, literally, you know, I would have my mother saying to me, you know, have you read this in the newspaper? Have you seen this on the news? And I'd think, oh, television, when was the last time I saw a square box, you know? And it was a pallet. And, you know, and she'd say, you just don't understand what's going on in the world, do you?
Because you sold everything, didn't you? You sold your house, your car...
Well, the money, I put every penny I had into making that business work.
And, Hilary, did you have a plan B? I mean, if pallets had not worked out, no.
No, because failure was not an option. And no matter how bad them days got, no matter how long they got, no matter how many thousands of miles I drove, I'd dust myself up and get up the next day and think, tomorrow will be different.
Can I ask, what is a pallet?
That's the poshest question I've ever heard.
And it gets it on and off, right?
What is a builder?
Pallet is a wooden base that's usually sized 4 foot by 4 foot.
Right.
Yeah? And it's got holes on each side, so a fork truck with forks can get underneath it, pick it up, lift it onto a lorry, take it off a lorry, put it onto a warehouse floor, or put it into a shop, storeroom, ready for them to strip it down to put it onto racks in the shop.
And you invented the pallet?
No! This is British Dragon's Den!
Watch the show.
Yeah.
Watch the show.
Right. So listen, listen, we must talk about fashion, because you love clothes.
I do.
You do love clothes. And tonight, you've got a high shoulder, but not, I wouldn't say there's a shoulder pad.
No.
No. So are you trying to steer yourself away from shoulder pads
Absolutely not. In fact, I've requested that BBC invest in bigger doors for the next season of Dragon's Den.
No, was that you, or was that Dragon's Den?
That was me. You don't think BBC had designed that for me?
But wasn't there a story that you just wore it once, but then you had to keep wearing it?
No, I didn't realise that the outfit that I wore on the first day was the outfit I had to wear for the whole series.
Because they cut it up, they edited it. Yes.
And for continuity, you couldn't even change your nail polish.
Wow.
Did
you shower?
I did shower.
Very quickly, talking about fashion and clothes, tell you who isn't keen on clothes, the McFly boys.
Oh, God.
No, you take your clothes off all the time.
Yeah. Well, you do.
Well, no, that's the most recent one. You just did this one. I know. Isn't it amazing to think under that suit is that? It's incredible. And this was this to get votes?
No. In all honesty, whilst I was doing Strictly, I got asked to be on the cover, and obviously it's an honour, so I said yeah.
Yeah. And, geez, if I looked like that, I'd present the show in my pants. Oh, I know what question I want to ask. Do they pay you to do Dragon's Den? No, because it's just a weird concept, because you sit there with a big pile of money. That's obviously your money.
Yeah.
But if you're being paid to do it, that's kind of... So you could just take the money and not invest in anything. But I've got a neutral thing to this. This is like, if I did the jungle one, every day I'd just come back and go, no stars. What can they do?
That's what Duncan doesn't invest in anything, does he? Duncan, he's the hardest... Whatever he says, everyone says, he says, for that reason, I'm out. Whatever. I mean, someone could come on and go, let me get this right, it's a life-giving elixir, 100% of profit, 100% of the time, and for that reason, I'm out.
You got it really on.
And is Deborah a bit funny because you're there now? Another lady?
No, Deborah's lovely. She's very nice lady.
OK.
Very kind.
She always has really hard maths. She's obsessed with the figures, isn't she?
Well,
someone gets to the end of a pitch and she goes, I've got a question for you. It's to do with your figures. What number am I thinking of?
Oh, dear. Listen, let me talk to all of you, and shortly, I'm so thrilled, we're going to have a very special performance from Gareth Malone and the Military Wives Choir. So fingers crossed they're #1 on Christmas Day. I'm sure they will be. I love that show, I love that song. But before we meet them, let's have our final Red Chair stories of 2011. Yeah. Very high stakes. I'm looking for the story of the year. So, who's up first?
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Eliza.
Eliza?
Hi.
OK. Where are you from, Eliza?
I'm from the States, from Ohio.
Ohio, you say? And did you live here or just here for Christmas?
I've been studying in London for the term.
Oh, right. What are you studying?
English literature.
Excellent. Well done, you. Did you pass an exam or anything?
I turned in all my papers today, so
no.
Hopefully.
Whatever. OK, Elisa, off you go with your story.
Okay, well, actually, this will work for Matt because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
Hello.
Last year I got really into the show and I wanted to watch last year's Christmas special. So I asked a friend of mine if it aired on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and she told me it aired on Christmas Day, and I said, when is that? Is that the 26th?
Why would you be that stupid twice? I mean, stupid enough to do it once, but then why would you repeat the story? Who's next? Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. You know, struggling along. Thanks for asking.
Melissa.
Melissa. And where do you live, Melissa?
In London.
Right, Melissa, off you go with your story.
Okay, I was on a really busy tube and it was really packed.
Yes.
I was standing up and there was a guy sitting down in front of me and I just happened to be standing directly in front of him. He was staring at my breasts.
No.
And I was like, I was started to get really flustered. I didn't know what to do, so I just thrust in his face. And he got really, really red and all embarrassed. And I thought, well, gutted. You shouldn't have been staring.
Melissa, well done. Well done, Melissa. Very good. I like that.
Is that a punishment, though?
No, it does seem like he must have been thrilled.
Going, whoa!
Someone else? Oh, I know that was harsh, but I just couldn't. I'm going to give her who's next, and she'll still be there hanging on. Do we have time for one more? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Will.
Will, oh. Actually, I'll tell you what, because it's Christmas and because you're here, should we do this one more like Dragon's Den styly?
Yeah,
okay. So we'll see if it's good. So, what was your name again? Will?
Will, yeah.
Will. And what's your story about?
About skiing.
About skiing. Okay, so if you go and we'll get you to walk in a la Dragon's Den. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah?
cool.
Okay. So you now, can I just say,
Yeah.
you're pitching the story, the anecdote to Hillary.
Okay.
So we're looking for a strong beginning,
Okay, yeah.
a short body, and a great end.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, cool.
So off you go, Will. Okay. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. And at the end of the story, you could either be in, or it'd be funny if you're out. I'm not telling you what to do, but...
No.
I mean, you can do what you like, you know, but it wouldn't be my money anyway. Okay, are we all ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, so, bit of Dragon's Den music. Will is hoping to impress the dragons with his story about skiing. But will the dragons be impressed? It's time for Will to put his mouth where his story is.
So a couple of years ago, I went skiing.
Hang on!
Oh.
Sorry. Off you go, Will. Off you go.
So a couple of years ago, I went skiing with my family, and I'm not a very good skier, so my mum thought it would be a good idea to take me to the top of a black ski run, and she said I can ski down this, but I couldn't, and she skied off and left me. So I decided I'd walk down without skiing, and it took me 3 hours to get back to the hotel.
So, Will has told quite a dull story about skiing. But what will the dragons think? Time for Hilary DeVay to have her say.
I'm out.
Tonight. Thanks to all my guests tonight. Gillian Anderson, Russell Kane, Matt Smith, Dougie Pointer, Harry Judd, and Hilary DeVay. Join me next week for a look back at my highlights of 2011, and then we'll be back on Friday, the 6th of January, with Noel Gallagher, Doctor Who companion Karen Gillan, and Hollywood heartthrob Jared Butler. And don't forget, after that, it's going to be the one and only Madonna, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, have a very happy Christmas. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Next tonight here on BBC One, just in time for Christmas, the National Lottery is creating 25 new millionaires. Will one of them be you?